To the top left of the map, we have the player for LGIM, the second player that they sent out today. It is
LGIM first.
First doing a great job, 3 kills so far, 1 game away from achieving an all kill. And he is up against the player to the bottom right of the map. It is not Barbie being sent out to go for a reverse all kill. It is not Warhound. It is
Creator Prime.
Would have been so interesting if Gerard himself just stood up and said he was going to play. Gerard, actually, for those of you guys who do not know, is a former StarCraft 2 pro gamer. Played Warcraft 3 as well, and is he played in the open season number 2, I think, of the GSL. So he actually played in the GSL once.
It would have been so funny if Gerard is just, you know, rolling up his sleeves and is like, okay, boys, I'm fed up with this. I'm going to show you youngsters how it's done.
Yeah, he's a Zerg player, too, for those of you guys who don't know. Because he hasn't played, obviously, in a televised match in years. But,
jumps into the booth, you know, gets the reverse all kill and everything, and then goes back to the bench and he's like, you see? That's how you do it.
That would have been actually quite interesting. He goes there, just sits down, does a 6-pool.
A 6-pool and takes it. That would be really fun. I mean, that would be the most epic thing ever. He would have been remembered for all eternity.
Yeah.
As it is, we have Creator out there. No surprise, of course. So first, is definitely his last game here, win or lose. And in the PvT, anything can happen. It was Creator's best matchup for a long time, especially when WCS Korea, the qualifier in 2012, was live. It was the matchup where he excelled.
So differentiations and builds here, 2-2 gas for our prime player Creator, which means he'll probably add a second gateway. He doesn't necessarily have to, and his opponent goes triple in both, so he'll have a faster tech. And he's not actually adding that second gateway, so it makes a Zealot. Both players make that Zealot just to be safe, and also sometimes you can use it to pressure a little bit, rather than going for the second gate. We saw a lot of players go into gateways in Heart of the Swarm to get up and aggressively scout with their stalkers, but that's kind of changed a little bit here.
Chrono on the gateway, Zolot is out trying to chase away, and we already have a little bit of a variation with the second unit, Sentry versus Stalker.
And that's part of the extra gas.
Yeah. Usually we have Creator being the one who heads into the Sentry and tries to either kind of... We've seen him with Stargate openings. That was something that he did quite a lot in Wings of Liberty. He went into Sentries and then Stargates. He used Sentries to secure himself in expansion. So that was usually his style. But in this game, it's very different. And at the same time, we have the LGIM player heading straight into the Twilight here.
Yeah, most likely for a Blink Stalker all-in.
Yeah.
This map is great for Blink Stalkers. We've seen it in Protoss versus Terran a lot. Of course, in PvP, it's just as good. Use the Mothership Core for vision, and there's the Stargate for Creator.
And that's not going to be really... it's going to be a little bit weird. If you are up against a Stargate opening, if you have Blink Stalkers, that's of course something that is really awesome for you. And here comes immediately the Chrono Boost on the Blink upgrade. So for Creator, this is a very unfortunate situation now. If he can deny the high ground vision, he might be able to hold this off for some time. But this is really now a timing issue. And with the aggressive build that First has chosen, he should at least be able to do a fair amount of damage here.
If he can kill the Mothership Core before the Blink is good,
yeah,
then he will win the game, most likely. But
yeah, the high ground vision is the most important part here.
He also needs to, as soon as he realizes what's going on, start Void Ray production, because Void Rays are going to be... Oh, he goes for an Oracle Calorie. This is not good. We saw this exact same PvP build order loss in our last PvP we saw in the GSTL.
Well, you know, if he is able to get with the Oracle into the main base just when First moves out and takes down the economy, yes. But we have even now a few of Hallucination Phoenixes roaming the map, and they will at least spot the Stargate, and the only thing... doesn't see the Oracle, but he will see the Stargate, and he knows what's going on.
He'll see the second Oracle coming, though, and this is actually just the moment where First says, okay, and he leaves 2 Stalkers at home because that's all he needs.
It's so difficult to hide your build in the PvP because you don't have to research the Hallucination upgrade anymore.
Yeah. And what he's going to do, it looks like, is leave the Mothership Core for the Oracle, and then use Hallucinations to get high ground vision to do his attack. Creator, on the other hand, does not scout at all. He has no idea. This is his first glimpse of anything that's happening.
Here comes the Oracle, and we have the Mothership Core in position. Oracle is heading into the main base in just a few seconds. And of course, the expansion here at the Natural has to be cancelled for Creator. There's no way to hold that.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Oracle time.
And boom, there it is. Preemptive.
And he
Target
loses
down.
it. He's gonna lose it.
You know, I like his choice to target though. You know, because if he just walks away, the force seal is just a second too late.
And
that's
GG.
game.
That's game.
The Mothership Core is used here, but he's just going to stay and pick off the pylon in that gateway and warp in more units. Void Ray is started immediately though. As I said, he needs that.
He's supply blocked though. If the Void Ray doesn't get out, it's over.
And he may hold this.
He's trying, but the thing is, like, he's so low already. There's a good force field. He's taking out the Oracle. Is still alive, but he's taking out 2 of the Stalkers. And there goes the pylon. Another one is going to be finished in just a second. Maybe with the Void Ray, but even with the Void Ray, I don't see it happening. It's just too much. There's so many Stalkers, and in a second, the Photon Overcharge will be gone.
Yeah, the Void Ray comes, charges up. He needs to blink
take it out, and Void Ray is also gone.
Blinks away here. He's running out of space, though.
Yeah, he's running out of space, but he can warp in another set of units. He has an Immortal coming up, though.
Yeah, see, this is the thing. Oh, he targets it, and the Immortal shoots at the Zealot twice.
Yeah.
Big mistake here.
And now Immortal is also gone. Creator is dropping in supply. Very well executed by First, making no mistakes here. Had the good position already, and this is game. First has his all kill.
Yep, all kill. And Creator speechless in the booth. Rough days for Prime. GG.
Once again, being all killed. Well done.
Great win for LJM, though. Very important one, and this is a good one for their indicator as well. So they can be very happy. And the safer build, honestly, it goes to First. He scouts, something that Creator does not do with the hallucination. He doesn't see the push coming until it's attacking his Nexus.
Great job here by First. He gets the all kill, and the Prime team has to start building up new players.
Yeah, you're right. And they know it. The reign of the 4 of Prime is over.
It never really started, to be honest.
Yeah, this season definitely not. This season they did not have such luck. Beyond with the all kill, and that was about all they had.
Sad times for Prime. I really feel for them.
Yeah, but you know, this is a very nice day for First. He did take out Prime's best, took out their finest.
And that's a picture that we got used to already this season.
Yeah.
The Prime bench just looking destroyed.
You know, PvP can be like this sometimes, and they wanted to avoid the PvP, but Bjorn could not take the win. And, you know, that's it for Prime this season. They need to show some new players. They need to develop a new team. Their roster is predictable. It's looking very small.
I mean, they could try to just win the next team matches with all of the players that they have, but I feel it's really now time to use the chance that they have to give new players the experience in the booth to just let them shine and get better and prepare for the next season.
Yeah.
I might be a little bit harsh with this.
No, I think you're just being honest and reasonable.
For me, it's just realistic. Being German, it's all about being efficient and trying to make the best out of the bad situation. And in this situation, the only thing that you can do is prepare for the next season and try to make sure that something like this doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
They have to realize that they need new blood. They need something that it makes them, first of all, less predictable and gives them the chance to work with other players if someone is in a bad spot. I mean, that happens all the time. Look at DRG. Sometimes the guy plays really and is on top of the world, and then a few weeks later on, he loses all of his games. And that's a situation where you need to someone else in the roster to step it up. And MVP and StarTale are the best examples that I can come up with for teams that always have someone step it up.
Yeah.
MVP of all teams. Every single time someone does bad, when DRG had his first slump, suddenly you had so many players just pick up the slacks, being there in the team league and delivering wins. So now we have...
Yeah, just an interview from the coach here, shifting gears and looking into LGIM.
한 말씀 하시죠, 강현우 선수한테.
So he's talking a little bit about the games, and he of course says that First has really done well today.
Yeah, you know, he did well last time.
Calling a captain obvious here.
약간 외면하고 있는
And,
강현우 선수의 모습. 각도이긴 한데.
I guess there's nothing else to say.
Yeah, I mean, he is. He's continuing on, you know, a bit of a streak, doing really well in the team league these days.
The rest of the team probably a little bit pissed that they didn't get a chance. They're all standing there and like, dude, I wanted to play too.
Ragnarok's just there.
갈림길이라고 했을 때, 자 오늘 경기 참 잘하겠다, 뭐 이런 말씀하셨는데 오늘 경기 어떻게 평가하십니까?
Basically, just asking him how he judges today's match.
좀 많이 강현우가 좀 많은 역할을 담당을 했었어요. 그래서 여러 동격전을 중심으로
He could be rude here. He could be like, well,
그래서
easy.
그 과정에서 보면서 분명 멀티키
When we were preparing for this, first
그걸 또 오늘
was working really hard.
정말 멋있고 뿌듯합니다.
네.
So basically, he
자,
just
오늘
showed what
경기에서
how he's been
이제
practicing
경기가
in his
이제
games
시간을
today.
내셨거든요. 이제 남아 있는 6라운드, 7라운드 경기에 이제 기다리고 있는데 가장 강력한 라이벌이라고 해야 될까요? 좀 견제할 만한 팀 어떤 팀이라고 생각을 하세요?
So he's asked how he sees the next few rounds in the GSTL, what he thinks is going to
이런
happen
건
there.
없는 것 같고요. 모든
네.
팀이 지금까지 결과도 그렇듯이 다 팀리그라는 건 어떻게 될지 모르는 것 같아요. 전력으로
he's-
뭐 단순하게 평가할 수 있는 건 아닌
He's
것
saying
같고.
he doesn't see the GSTL's teams are all of them are really hard.
된다라는 거는 변함없고요. 플레이오프에 가게 되면
But he actually thinks that he's going to be able to defeat the rest of the teams they face this season.
They've been saying that they really want to focus on this season, and in the first few matches they lost most of their games, and it was not the start that they wanted. But now they are doing a lot better. I mean, they are 3-2 now, so that gives him a really decent standing to go into the playoffs.
I'm just saying at the end there that he thinks that they're going to win everything, basically going forward, just preparing. And you could see a big change in how LGIM has prepared, and they're starting to pull these great players like first out in the team league, and they're on a roll. They may just get one of those top spots by the end of the season if they keep going like this.
So now talking with first the MVP of the match, of course.
Yeah.
네.
소감이 어떠세요?
그냥
Just
생각지도
congratulating him for his all kill, of course.
일단 기분 좋고 그냥 기분 좋은 거.
So he didn't really think that he would be able to pull off an all kill today. Feels, of course, very good and very happy.
표현을 적극적으로 하지 않는 듯한 느낌도 좀 드는데.
I love how both of the guys, the left and the right, are always ready to talk, but they don't get out a word at all.
Yeah,
It's
they're
always such an epic picture with both of them. Like, as soon as she stops talking, it's gonna be my time to shine.
이상하게 근데
It seems like you're not really shaky in the booth.
했을 때
How did you feel today?
저번에는 좀 이겨도 많이 떨렸는데 이번에는 좀
He says that after the first set he wasn't really nervous, and this is exactly what Wolf and I talked about earlier. This momentum going on for a player that you have after you won your first game. You always sit there, you know that you are warmed up already, and he just shown that today. At first he said he was a bit nervous, but after game number 1 it wasn't an issue at all.
저렇게 경기가 편하다고 말하다가도
Yeah,
어느
look at that. We got
순간도
Firebat
이제
Hero
어떤
adding his
특정인들은
thoughts.
굉장히 긴장이 많이 될 때가 있거든요.
That's a first.
근데 저렇게 이제
Do you ever look at the TV in the back and look at the TV that's behind the TV, like in the TV, and then you keep looking at the TV?
And suddenly we look at ourselves and I don't know why.
Yeah, that was a surprise there. But
Production is testing us here.
they're testing
No
us.
warning whatsoever, and bam, we're on camera.
Well, it's just I got trapped in the TV within the TV within the TV.
그래도 아직 박현우가 좀 더
So he's talking about how First and Squirtle have the same name, but also Byun has the same name.
같은 팀이니까
How do you find how do you differentiate between the two of you?
That's an easy one.
일단 그래도 박현우가 더 잘하는 것 같아.
아 그래요?
겸손함까지
누가 형이
자신을 살리는 방법을
He thinks he's better than Squirtle skill-wise.
자, 강현우
Or
선수
you think
누가
Squirrel's better than
형입니까?
him? Sorry, I
두
should
선수
say.
중에, 두 현우 중에
친구.
I would have said something along the lines like, okay, I acknowledge that Squirtle is more handsome, but I have the all kill.
네.
He says that they're friends. They're the same age. So when you ask in Korean, whether you ask about the age. That's why you said 친구 there instead of hyung, because or 동생 in that case. You have to differentiate based on age how you respectfully talk to someone. So that's what they were asking, and they're the same age, so they're friends as far as that goes.
네.
양 선수 모두에게도 이제 도움이 되는
And that's really kind of an interesting thing, just that they have the same name. They're both pros players on the team, and they work closely together. I'm sure they practice together for different matchups all the time, talk about strats.
I mean, their Protoss lineup is really, really strong. They have so many Protoss players on that bench, so the Protoss probably talking with each other all the time, trying to find a few additional nuances and new timings in the game. And First being just the one who had the chance to show it today.
Right. He got the all kill, so that was pretty well done. I was impressed with First, not only today, but in his previous matches.
I didn't expect him to get the all kill. I'm completely honest here. I thought, okay, he's going to get a few wins, but I thought that he would either lose to Bjarne or then to Creator, that at least one of the two last players that we saw for Prime would be able to get another point. But this is, of course, for Prime devastating, not only because they lost the match, but it's a -3 indicator that they earn here today.
Yeah, they were all killed. They got 1 point, but, it's never a comfortable feeling. And
yeah, looking at the ranking here in just a second, it will show what we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Prime in a spot where they cannot do a lot this season anymore.
No, they're basically out of it. As you can see here,
-7.
-7 down there with Enes Hossa.
Yeah. There are 2 more matches. Even if they get all kills, they would be at the +1 indicator, even with 2 all kills, and that is not likely to happen.
One of 2 teams, though, notably, to not have any warnings. At least they have that.
Yep.
This is a rough day for Prime, but definitely a very good day for LGIM, who now takes the 2nd place spot with +2. Obviously, they have played more games.
Exactly. They are the first 2 teams here that played on the first play day. So that's now a situation that will change very rapidly. Tomorrow we will see Axiom Acer facing up against Zubu.
Yes. So if Axiom Acer wins, obviously they will take that spot away.
And that's it for the day, guys. So 5 games that we saw today. Tomorrow, as you can see here at 1:10 p.m. Korean Standard Time, we have Axiom Acer facing against Zubu. We have Boom Boom against Scarlet, our opening game.
Yep. It should be a good one. ZVZ, and it's always a treasure. Yeah. It's a pleasure to have Scarlet play in the Team League, and she will be starting for sure.
So tomorrow, it's going to start 5 hours early. And that's it for the day. I hope you enjoyed the games and the show, and we'll see you next time. We'll see you tomorrow with Zubu up against Axiom Acer at the GSTL Season 1 2013. Bye-bye.
Well...
Game, relief, triumph.